how good is Poch?
He's elite. Poch is one of the best coaches in world football. I think he's proven it time and time again with limited resources over the course of his career.
Joe presents In Defence Of, brought to you by Betball. Yes, people, welcome to In Defence Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball, with me, Stevo the Madman. Now, coming to the away end today is someone that I think has maybe the same football IQ as me. I think he has. I rate him a lot. He's a social media content creator, presenter, a football oracle, I like to say. Coming to the away end today is Manchester United fan and my friend, Joe Thomlinson. Woo! Brother, honestly, there's not many people, and does that sound big-headed when I say that I think I know the most in football? I really do believe it, but you, my friend, you're on job, mate.
Making me blush, mate.
No, don't blush. Please don't blush. You'd be as red as your top if you do. How you been, though?
Very good, mate. Very good. I'm looking forward to this. I've been watching a few of the episodes before. You speaking absolute rubbish on them, so I'm looking forward to taking you down a few.
For real?
Yeah.
You gonna say joke? No?
No.
No? Oh, fair enough, you idiot. You're a Man United fan. Obviously, West Ham, we lost you recently. I think you lot are not great.
Agreed.
As a team, even worse fans, to be honest. You didn't sing until the 93rd minute when you scored. What do you think of Man United and yourself?
Well, I think it's been a tough season. Let's put it politely, shall we? Obviously started out so poorly under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer when we were hoping to get up to that next level with the signings of Cristiano Ronaldo, finishing second in the Premier League.
Was you one of the Ole on the bus guys or not?
I was in support of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I'm not afraid to admit it. Probably for 6 months too long, I think it's fair to say, but my loyalty was fairly blind.
What have you come to my gaff? Do you like it, by the way?
I do. What a set, by the way.
Yeah, it's nice.
Unreal, mate.
Oh, come on, I'm trying. What have you come here to discuss?
My discussion point is that I think Pochettino is the right guy to bring success and trophies back to Manchester United.
Oh, really? You?
Yes, me.
Poch is rubbish, though, bruv. Like, and I say that in the fact that he hasn't even won the league at Paris right now. He's not as good as we think. But listen, you're going to get up to 60 seconds to state your points that you're going to bring to the table. Then we'll come back to the table and we'll discuss it and hit it hard. But wowza, it's good. I think this is going to be a good one.
Mauricio Pochettino is the right man to bring success back to Manchester United because this guy is the ultimate project manager. Worked miracles at Southampton to get him up to 8th, worked even more miracles at Tottenham, galvanised the whole squad towards a second place, finished 86 points, took him to a Champions League final when they hadn't spent any money in 517 days. By the way, I think the first Premier League club in history not to spend in a summer window. Daniel Levy let him down massively. He's since gone to PSG. Yes, he didn't win the league in his first 6 months in charge. PSG is a very tough environment to get right, as Thomas Tuchel found out. He's currently 11 points clear at the top of Ligue 1. He's still in the French Cup. He's into the Champions League knockout rounds against Real Madrid, where last season, let's not forget, he beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League, battered Barca 4-1 at the Nou Camp and fell just short against Manchester City. He might not have the trophies to back up his overall success, but there's no better option on the market than Mauricio Pochettino right now for Manchester United.
Slow down, Joe. You ain't come to play, bro. But this is why I think you're slightly off, my brother. Start the clock. Right. First things I want to start with is how good is Pochettino? Is he even any good? Like, I'm not even trying to troll here. Listen, we credit him at Spurs for how good he was. He made them into top 4 regulars, right? Top 4 regulars, by the way. This is what we're trying to say here. Like, we're trying to say he's elite, bruv. He's going to Manchester United where they're not going to give you the chance to be top 4 regulars, bruv. Like, you don't give people chances. You say he's going to build your club. You had Moyes. He's the greatest builder ever. He's at my club building us to history right now. You are not going to give Pochettino a chance if you didn't give David Moyes, the geezer that we saw for 10 years, do what he did. You know what I mean? So there's that. Also, the gap between you and Man City and even Liverpool is so big. Like, will Poch coming in even make a difference? Listen, these are the questions I'm going to be asking you. I can't wait to talk about it, but brother, slow down, man. You made some good points, man. I'm interested for you to go in depth for them. But first of all, first question I want to ask you, just so we start somewhere, is how good is Poch?
He's elite. Poch is one of the best coaches in world football. I think he's proven it time and time again with limited resources over the course of his career. I think he proved it when he first got to Southampton, when he struggled to speak English and he galvanised the team. He pulled them in the right direction. Finished 8th with that side. Let's not forget, in 2017, when he was manager of Tottenham, he'd improved so many players across the board that 15 of the 30 players in the England squad at some point Pochettino had managed. That Tottenham team, he took over in not a perilous position, but they're all over the place. He got them pulling in the same direction. He got the best out of Harry Kane. He got the best out of Dele Alli. He got, to be honest with you, 2 fullbacks in Danny Rose and Kyle Walker to play out of their skin.
Mate, you know what? And I wanted to come in straight away. Okay. You're 100% right at this, but that's crying out to me as coach. Like a real good coach. Because when it comes to the actual management of the players, when the players get above a level where it's now, okay, you've created a superstar. That's what he was doing. He was creating superstars. You said 15.
Absolutely.
100%. I agree with you, man. But then when it comes to now managing big egos and all of that, like, again, let's learn this together. How good is he at that?
Well, I mean, he took Southampton to 8th and left for Tottenham. And that first season, I think, took them to 5th. Then he continuously improved on that. Let's not forget, he probably should have won a title, just collapsed a little bit against Leicester. Fair play to Leicester. It's one of the greatest stories ever told in football. But in 4 of the 5 seasons Poch was at Tottenham, he got them into the top 4.
He definitely improved them.
100%. Yeah. And like you say, when these players started to become bigger egos and better players, that was because Poch had taken them there. And I think players were still pulling in his direction to a level, maybe not the last 6 months or so, but what he didn't have at Tottenham was the right backing when he needed to go to the next level. He had 517 days without a signing. He had no summer window, the first time in Premier League history where a player was signed. The club let him down, not Poch.
Yeah, 100%. Levy has a lot to answer for. If he would have believed in Poch, wouldn't he have given him that? Or does he know that Poch ain't elite?
I think he did believe in Poch, but he's since learned from some mistakes. But they're still not investing heavy sums. Yeah. Tottenham fans are still not happy with the level of investments that are being put into that team. And I think Pochettino first really realised that in that summer window where they bought nobody. Then the January window following, they bought nobody.
What's elite manager? What makes him elite? Because at the moment, I don't see trophies.
Who was talking about Tottenham winning Premier League titles before Poch took over?
And they never, though. Like, this is like, yeah,
they
you're
were.
right.
They were talking about it. They're in the conversation. I don't think that's a negative to say that.
Redknapp, yeah.
I don't think it's a negative to say that, they didn't win the Premier League title. Before Poch took over, we weren't even chatting about this.
100%.
We weren't even chatting about Tottenham being on that level. He's taken him to that level. Now, PSG is on a new level. He's having to deal with these egos. Not an easy job, the Paris Saint-Germain job. Let's not forget they sacked Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah,
they went on to win the
right.
Champions League. So just because they're not succeeding 100% at PSG doesn't mean they're a failure.
Listen, I think he's good. But I want to talk about Poch, the match for United right now. You say he's a project manager.
Yeah, great match for United, by the way, I think.
Okay. But is it really when United, they had one of the best project managers ever, in my opinion, in Moyes. Fergie picked this geezer. But at United, you and your fans didn't even give the geezer that we've seen for 10 years. He already done his CV in front of us. We see it and we didn't give him a chance. We know it works out for him.
First and foremost, I disagree with the notion that Manchester United don't give managers enough time. I think Manchester United, over the last couple of years, have given some managers too much time. David Moyes took over a Manchester United club that was league champions and first and foremost decided to get rid of Sir Alex Ferguson's entire backroom staff rather than keep on himself, employ his own backroom staff, which was first and foremost a fundamental mistake.
It's his project, though.
He also came in the same summer as Ed Woodward, which didn't particularly help because he obviously didn't get the signings he wanted. He wanted the likes of Fabregas and ended up with Fellaini on deadline day. This is a very different project, and I think it's a project that fits Pochettino, the squad-wise, fits Pochettino almost perfectly.
We're even shorter now with the amount of time we give people as fans, right? And I just feel...
Well, Ollie got 3 years.
And, mate, imagine... We're saying that he's your club legend, right?
Yeah.
Like, so if anyone he should have, right? But Poch is going to have to come and learn the United way. And we know that we don't give people the time to learn the United way because the geezer that knew the United way, that created the United way, Ollie, he just about got time.
He didn't create the United way, first and foremost. But what I will say is that he came in a very different situation, David Moyes. Don't want to just keep harking back to this, but United had the expectation of being league champions. Pochettino does not come into a side where the expectation right now is league champions. Pochettino comes into a side that are challenging for the top 4, stuttering and stumbling in terms of their footballing identity, haven't been playing a particularly attractive brand that the fans like, and the players within the squad don't really know what they're doing. It's quite a blank canvas for a guy who has a very clear footballing philosophy, which I think you can agree Pochettino definitely has. It's quite clear that the group of players need a man manager to come through the door and motivate them, because it's been a problem under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and at the start of Rangnick's reign, it feels like it's a problem as well. He also has the beauty of a summer window in which Pogba's leaving, Lingard's leaving, Mata's leaving, a host of the sort of secondary level players that have been causing problems, or it appears have been causing problems because not enough game time, are out of contract or are leaving anyway. So he's going to have a fairly fresh squad with some extremely talented young players in a situation that doesn't mirror David Moyes', because nobody's saying first season he's got to win the league title.
Can I say this though? Because it's mental. United, and I'm not saying you.
Yeah.
Ronaldo signed. They're winning the league. They signed Sancho, Ronaldo, and Rafael Varane. United were winning the league. That's how close you lot. Not you, the whole world.
Should have been competing for it, there's no doubt.
So if Poch comes, that's almost like, well, you've got them players you just said with a better manager now. You're gonna expect to win the league.
I agree, but was it Ollie signing those players, or was it the new director of football, John Murtaugh, and the technical director, Darren Fletcher, finally having some say in the boardroom rather than Ed Woodward wielding his magic wand over the top of it? I think it was probably more football decisions being made behind the scenes, which sets it up lovely for a new manager to come through the door. Solskjaer didn't have the tactical ability to go to that next level. Does Poch? I think he probably does have to some level.
I'm loving this, bro, because it's right here. I'm thinking Poch, he's a good manager, easily. But for me, you're going to bring him in to close the gap with City, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Will Poch be given the chance to close the gap?
We've already spoken about him being given time. I think he will be given the time if he was to come in. Any manager at Manchester United seems to be given a decent amount of time post David Moyes. I think the gap to City right now is at the stage where he wouldn't be able to do it first season.
Can the fans take the banter from the other fans during that period? That's what I'm saying. Not the board. It's that thing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, Man United fans will openly admit they're a long way off City, and I think City right now are probably, if not the greatest side in Premier League history, in the top 5 or top 3 greatest sides in Premier League history in terms of their consistency, their points outlay, and that is seemingly unstoppable at the moment. But let's not forget, at some stage,
change that.
Pep has to leave.
Oh wow.
Pep, for me, if he's as long as Pep's at City, City will remain unstoppable. But at some stage, Pep has to leave, and
Pep got brought into,
he's going to leave. So when Pep does step aside, United need to be in a position where they are ready to regain and challenge for that title, because I think totally realistically right now, Man United are a long way off City, and until Pep leaves, I don't see anybody, barring sheer fluke, barring a 99-point season or whatever that was Liverpool put up, and I'm not calling that Liverpool season a fluke because they were exceptional.
You did because it was it, and then
but that was a rare case, wasn't it? City have won 4 of the last 5 seasons. It was a rare case, not a fluke. It was a rare case. I think that over the course of time, Pep is just unstoppable with this Manchester City side, with that Manchester City budget. So Poch has just got to slowly get back up there, and then in a couple of years, let's see if Pep's still there. Is Pep still there in 2024? I'm not too sure. So let's see where he's at then, and then if Poch is in the right position, he might be able to take advantage. So I've changed your mind, haven't I? Twisted you up, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I agree.
Of all the options available,
I agree, right? I'm being a dick now because, like, there's not many options though. But no, he was almost, that's his destiny. I'm telling you. But I just worry. My only concern is the modern football world is just so quick, and great managers like him, elite managers, they don't get given chance. Like Gerrard at the moment.
I heard it then. He said elite. He said elite.
Like Gerrard at the moment.
Really
what Gerrard's doing, and I'm glad that he's done it the other way. And poor Frank, took probably that job too quick, you know? Listen, I agree. There you go. You have changed my mind. Poch, I think, in fact, I know Poch is the man for United.
Yes, here we go.
Hey, imagine that. But that's football fans, bro. And you're all fans.
Don't worry.
You've had it all in the last 10 years.
2 years' time, when Pochettino's doing really well, we'll be able to look back at this and go, the boys are right.
And I'll be, you know what? I'm glad I agreed. There you go, mate. But listen, people, Joe, amazing. Thanks for coming down. If you agree, like I do, then obviously let us know in the comments. If you could think of any other manager that should possibly take the United job that's maybe built for it, please leave the name in the comment. As always, this has been In Defence Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball. I've been Stevo the Madman. Ta-da. You've been watching In Defence Of, brought to you by Joe and Betball.